Well, first things first, I'll get a audio confirmation using the Doug Betts method, and I do have that, so we are good. And you can see I paused Doug's video so it wouldn't redirect me and get me confused on my new monitor, the brand new one that I got last night, yesterday. And Long Dog is still commenting away on Doug's stream. We have One Fish is first, Darren is second, Official Tim Tech third, Jeff Ryman is fourth. Hello to all of you. I appreciate you being here, or appreciate you being here. I'm having a Doug moment. It is Monday on a Tuesday. As we all know, yesterday was a holiday. It just throws everything up. So let's just jump right into this. And I'm just going to go ahead and shut this one off. I don't need it anymore. And this will bring up my, what's the delay? Not too bad. This will bring up my background. And I've got Davinci already going right here. So today's about versions. And you'll see a horrible green background right now, and if you look dead center right here, you can see something. And yes, I have the Sword Soft mouse track running. You'll understand why in a minute. So first things first, let's change that horrid green to, I don't know, let's just go with something else. Now I should be able to click right here. Yep, there we go. Let's go with the basic orange, I guess, for now. And then when we play this, we have this. This is created in what's known as versions. Didn't know versions existed until a week, 10 days ago. And my issue with it is not truly an issue. It is, I have to figure out how to make it applicable or usable or have a function in what I do. Now, how do we get there? You can also do this without using versions. But versions is going to be pretty cool. So let's jump right into this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to come up here to effects, and I am going to go ahead and see if I can remember how to do this. I'm going to come up here to oh, that's not what I want. This is what I want. I'm going to come up here to effects right here. And then you want to click on effects, go to titles right here, and go down or scroll up to the text plus right here. Now I've got to get with Brian Lightfoot and see if this can be possibly hotkeyed, because this is a pain in the neck to go over and grab and turn. If I forget to go do something and I grab this is going to draw a line right there, because I have to go over here to the sub menu, turn this off, then grab a text and bring it down. It's just a little bit of a pain in the neck. So you go effects, titles, text plus, and put it in your timeline. To get rid of all this, you just hit the delete key and they're gone. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I don't really need it right now. Then you want to close effects. You want to highlight your brand new one. You want to either click the Fusion tab down here, opening it in Fusion. Say that 10 times fast. Or you can right click and open in Fusion. Either or, it gets you to the same place, and this is where you want to be. Now, full disclosure, I'm doing this off of memory, and we all know, if you have been part of the community and the show for a while, my memory is not the greatest in the world. But we'll see how this goes. No, I haven't practiced. No, I haven't rehearsed it. No, I haven't gone and looked at any tutorial. So this will be fun. So we want to click on this, and we want to put something catchy in here, whatever you want. So we're just going to go with something without the J, catchy. And we're going to change the color to, I don't know, let's go with that color right there. Looks good. And then you can, the thing I was playing around with when I first discovered this was, if you click on the font, then you can click on here and change your font. So that's pretty standard. So that now we got to get over to versions. Otherwise, this is just a repeat of something I've probably showed 100 times anyway. So I'm going to turn on the drawing tool, and right here between the three lines is a box called Anybody, Bueller. Click it and it brings up version. So if I bring this back over here and underline right here, versions, right there, and you have 6 of them. We're going to click on version number 1. We'll get rid of the drawing. So versions, open it up, click on version number 1. And now you're going to work with something catchy and something catchy only. Let's just say you wanted to change the color from blue to, I don't know, something like that. You do that. And let's say you wanted to shade it. So you hit, you go into shading right here. Go to the background. It's going to be red outline. Enable it. Go back over to text, make it a little bit bigger so you can see that. So that's cool. Go back to shading. Now we'll cover that one next. So that's the first one. And you can use the fusion right here to put this where you want. You can animate it. You can do what you want. That's what I did with the first one. I just went with the first one right here. I just went in and animated what it is. So let's get back over to here and go back into Fusion. Either way, right click, Fusion, whatever. So that's number 1. Now I'm going to hit the number 2. Now I'm on version number 2. And if you go back and you'll say, well, it's the same thing. Well, it is until you change it. So we're going to go in here and change it. And we're going to go something about, I don't know. Could put something about Mary, but I'm sure there's copyright violations on that. So we're going to bring this down here to the, well, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's get rid of that. Let's go with SUBSCRIBE. Subscribe. Everybody's favorite word in YouTube. Subscribe. Then we're going to go back to shading. We're going to disable shading. Yep, it works. We're going to enable shading. We're going to come down here to appearance. We're going to click the solid black line. That puts a red box behind it. We can then go into the level right here and change it to the, I believe it's text. Then you can come down here to the round and round the corners, and you have now a cute little, nice little, I got to grab this right here, bring it up here. Oh, it's way, way too big. So somehow that's not right. Let me figure out what that's all about. Go back to shading. I think I want to leave that on composite. I want to put this back to here. That's correct. I want to go to solid. That's correct. If I take the round down, that makes it, okay, so I want it rounded. And let's bring the, no, that's not it. Maybe it's the vertical. I don't know. There we go. But then I have to move that. I think that's the word. Yeah, that's the word. So this is interesting. Let me figure out, is it composite? I don't think it's composite. Nope, that's not it. So interesting. That subscribe should be dead center of this. And I don't quite understand why it's not, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it right yet anyway. Because if you think this is bad, wait till we get to the next step of this. Maybe go Word, and then go extend vertical. There we go. It's Word, not text. It's Word. You know, like the song Word Up. Anyone remember that? So that's pretty cool. And now you can move this where you want it. We'll put it down here, and we're good to go. You can do a third one, and it's the same process. You just go back to your text, change your text to like with an exclamation mark, move it up so you can see it, move it over where you can see it. And then you can go into shading and mess with that. I want to get into these really kind of deep. I want to kind of figure some things out. Now, I don't think that's going to show through because of how I have this right now. So, now we have version number 1. We go back. Oh, why is that not? Oh, because we're not there. Still not there. Why is it version number 1? There we go. Version number 1, something catchy. Version number 2 is now like. I guess I changed. I thought I did that on 3. So version number 2, we want to be. We'll make sure we're on 2. We want this to be subscribe without the W, and we want it to be right there. So now let's check these out. We have number 1, something catchy. Number 2, subscribe. And number 3, like. Cool. They are set. Now comes the fun part where my gray matter is really going to get tested. Because in order to use these, you have to save these. And I already have the 2 that I've done saved. I created a folder called versions to put these in. So here's what we're going to do. When I say we, I mean, before I do that, let's just say you don't want the 3rd version. Go to any other version, then go over to number 3, right click and hit the word clear. And now we go to 2, and now we go to 3. 3 does not exist. So that's how you, if you make one you don't like, go to any other version prior to it. Go to back to the version you want. Kind of convoluted, but that's the way it is. Oh, I see Brian Lightfoot joins us over in chat. I am trying to ignore is the wrong word. I'm focusing on what I'm trying to do, and I mean, which basically it means I'm ignoring chat. So that is that. Now, let us save this to what we want to do. I believe you go back to the edit page, and you right click. No, wrong. Let's go back over to here on the template right here. On the template right here. That's professionally drawn, by the way. You'll notice that it's got every aspect of, never mind. Get rid of it. You want to right click on the template. And why is that not work? There we go. Go to settings, go to save as. Now, it's going to ask you a couple things. Number 1, where do you want to save it? Number 2, do you want to change the name? Now, it's not going to ask you that. You just got to pay attention and know to do that. And I want to go to my versions. So I'm going to open my versions. And then I'm going to leave this as template setting because that'll stand out to me if I do this correctly. So now we're going to save it. And instantly it shows up in my here template setting in my folder. So that's good. That's so far so good. Now we're going to go back to the edit page. This is where this gets kind of interesting. And we're going to go to the one we just created and we're going to get rid of it. Goodbye. It doesn't exist. We're going to go back to effects. We're going to go into titles. and we're going to scroll down and we're going to look for the word template.setting. Alphabetical. Well, there it is, template. So we're going to bring this over here, and there it is not. Is that the original one I did? Because that sure does not say. I thought I deleted that. Interesting. May have to redo this again. So version 2. Oh yeah, this is the one I did earlier. I'm not real sure. I'm 99% sure I deleted that, but oh well. Okay, no big deal. You get the idea. I created this one a while back, and I thought I deleted it. I did delete it out of my folder, so I don't understand why it's doing that. But now there's one more step involved with this that I've got to sit here and think about. You have to save this as a macro in order to, or do you? This seems to be working. These are good, but those are saved as macros. Maybe I don't have to save them as a macro because I did not save this as a macro. I know that for a fact because I'm pretty sure you have to do that from the Fusion page. And then you have to go into your template. It's really gotta stop. I may have to go watch another tutorial on this because you go to macro, create macro. Okay, this is slowly coming back to me, but I don't know where the heck it went because I don't see. Oh, it went over here. That's where I'd have put it. I'd have put it right in the middle of YouTube. All right, so now this is where it gets kind of fun. I ought to be able to do that from the settings page though, or the edit page. What do we want to have access to when we create this macro? Once I remember how to save the daggone thing. We'll just stumble through it. I got about 12 more minutes. So on here, we want everything that's over here. Now I'm missing a step. This doesn't look familiar to me, but that's fine. We're going to call this macro tool number 2. No, we're not. We're going to call this macro tool version 1. That name will stand out to me. Then we're going to go get everything we want. So apparently it's seeing an image. We want to close that. We want the text so that whatever you want to be in your macro, you have to check the boxes. Me personally, I think there ought to be a catch-all box, so to speak. But you have to go through here if you want to do the text, the font, the style, the color. I don't necessarily know that the green, blue, and 1 are needed. The size, maybe the tracking, whatever you feel you're going to want. Whatever's in this box is what's showing up over here in the text box. So that is that. And I don't know if you can do that or not. So we're going to go with that. And I'm trying to think and do this at the same time. We all know that's going to be horrible. So I'm going to hit close. Save changes to macro tool. Oh. Yeah, no, yes, no, I don't know. I don't, whatever. Sure, making a macro. Let's see what happens. And then it's going to go into, do you save it or it tells you to save it naturally, or do you want to, oh, it looks like chat disconnected briefly. I've been having that a lot lately. I'm going to save it here because I really am drawing a blank. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And then you have to put it back in here so that you can use it in the edit page. But the thing is, I don't remember. I'm doing a good job of remembering things today. So let's try something else real quick. I'm going to go grab a text plus and put it over here. I'm going to close the effects. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to open this over in Fusion. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, because the playhead's over there. All right, there we go. That was scary. What you learn, what you learn. And I'm not a professional, not even considered an enthusiast, probably not even considered a hobbyist. But I enjoy doing this. It's very rewarding when things work the way you want. Change the color. Let's go with that. Then you want to go into the shading. Number 2 is the red outline. We're going to enable it. We're going to, go to solid, go to hollow. That is actually doing that. I can see it, but it's not like I wanted it to be. So why is it doing that? Go back to here, change it from character to word to get the big box. And because of the way I did that, that's like that. Then you can round it like that. That looks kind of neat. Although, did it change? No, is it text? I doggone it, we did that a while ago. There we go. We want text. And we want to round it. That's cool right there. I like that. Then we want to go back over here to the template. Go to number 1. I think I did that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Does anyone know what I forgot to do? I will watch chat for a whopping 3.5 seconds. Looks like we're still discussing sending files back and forth, which is fine. Good to see that there's conversation going on. It means nobody's watching me, so this is fantastic. In case anyone's wondering what I forgot to do, I'll go ahead and tell you since I'm not seeing anything showing up in there. I forgot to click on versions. So now let's see if I click on versions. I'm wondering if this is going to catch this or not, or do I have to go back and do it all over again? Let's try going to version number 2, and we'll just simply use the same thing, except we'll move it over here. We'll go to version number 3, use the same thing, and we'll go to over here. And then we'll go back to version number 1, middle, right, left. Okay, cool. Good. That's good. Now we're going to try to do this all over again. And we're going to go into settings, save as. We know we want it to go to versions. And we're going to change the name this time because obviously I don't want it to be templates. So we're going to call this 3 versions. And a lot of this is going to get deleted at some point in time anyway. We're going to save it. So it's supposedly there. Wait a minute, I missed a step. Hold on. Oh no, I put it in versions. Okay, so we're going to go back over here to edit. We're going to get rid of this one. We're going to go up to effects. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. I know exactly what I done wrong. I've been there. I done that. I forgot to put the daggone stupid template over here. And I forgot to change the name. So I'm going to grab 3 versions. You have to put it in effects, titles. It's stupid that it goes in titles, but that's where it goes. So I'm going to grab 3 versions and I'm going to bring it over here and copy it into there. And then I'm going to get this out of the way. I don't know how long it takes for Davinci to recognize it. So we'll close effects, just close it. And then we'll scroll down to the bottom and we'll see if it's there. And I don't see it. It's alphabetical, so it should be right in here somewhere. Now I know this is here because I demonstrated that a while ago, so I don't need that. Now, did I not? Now, I have noticed too, a couple times now, when you drop and drag this over into effects titles, sometimes you have to do it like twice. Even though it says it's copying it, I'm going to hit that. And then we're going to wait a second and see what happens. We'll get this out of the way. Template is there. Text, 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 text. 3-line drop is not it. So I'm going to close it. Media pool. Go back to effects. And I still ain't seeing it. So what am I doing wrong? What did I not do? I did it before, clearly, because I have template right here. This is one I created. It's right there. It's fine. I think you can get out of that. I think you can go into Fusion. I think you can go into versions. I only have one version, it looks like. Yeah, no, I have two. I have two. So that's that. So that's correct. Why in the holy is this not working? I don't need that. Effects. Maybe I'll close titles. Titles. Tasman Coins joins us in chat. Hello, Tasman Coins. Wintermute says, we see me. Boy, I feel sorry for you guys. And I'm still... Oh, no, I thought I seen it. So why is that not working? Did I not... I mean, it's here in 3 versions settings. It's not... So let's drag this over here again. And let Fusion do its thing. Apparently Fusion's not going to do its thing. So watch this nonsense. Oops. I closed it. Oh my goodness. That gives me time to bring in my sponsor. Coffee. Oh my goodness. Mrs. K made a very super strong cup of coffee. I like it. Anybody know what movie that's from? I'll give you a hint. Chevy Chase. I can't think of the name of the movie right now, but that's a very funny movie. Of course, I happen to be a Chevy Chase fan. Click on versions. Yes. Let's not go into the versions. Let's go into an untitled project. And let's go into effects. Let's go into titles. Don't think you have to open it. That just takes you to a stencil. It should be there. So I'm going to close that. Highlight titles. We're going to scroll down. It is horizontal and it's still not there. So I've done something wrong because templates here, the one I created when I was learning this, it's there. 2 versions. So it's there. I do not understand why this is not. Should be right here. Now, it's right here. Can I double click on that and what happens? Nothing. As expected. All right, there's the 1 o'clock train, so that means this is going to come to an end pretty soon. Go back up here to the top. Did it maybe go elsewhere and I'm just not seeing it? Let's try this. Let's do a search for the word 3. And we get 3 drop lines, so it's not there. 3 drop line, 3 drop line. See how they... Never mind. We're going to go one last time. We're going to grab this and we're going to bring it over here. And, oh, interesting. Now it's not saying 3 versions. Ken's title's already there. If I... There we go. Copy. I'm going to put it right here. Maybe I got to... I don't know. Let's put it right there, see what happens. Go back up here to search. Type in the word 3. Nope. Again, I have no clue as to how long this takes to work. It's usually been pretty instant for me, but apparently today it's not going to be because I'm not seeing it. Oh, how embarrassing. Maybe I should have practiced this. Template's there, but the one I want is not there, which is this one right here. Put it over there. This needs a refresh, by the way, in my very humble opinion. And I can't exit out of this because this is an untitled project. But I know it can be done because I've done it. I made this one, and I know it works because I did 2 versions, and I thought, how cool. Again, the problem that I'm going to have is how to implement them. Could do that. That's cool. Then the other one you have is, so you all are wondering, how did I get that little box in there? It was all koopy colored. Well, that's simple. I'm going to bring these up 1 space. We're going to go back into effects. We're going to go back into titles. We're going to scroll up to the K's. We have Ken's titles and Ken's backgrounds. I'm going to grab a background. I'm going to bring it in to here, and there's your background. So this could be very useful and helpful in that, and that apparently is on version number 4. Let's see what version number 3 is. Version 3, version 2, version 1. There's your, this is how this could be applicable, I believe. You could, oh, I don't want the green screen look. Let's go with, I don't like that. I want that. Cool. That one looks pretty good. So now we have 2 different versions of the same template, because that's all this is, and a background. I have not experimented with this as far as going with the pictures and images and things. I don't know. I'm going to. I have no idea. I'm really baffled as to why, unless I did something wrong in here, which do you have to have the macros? You know, maybe you do have to have the macros now that I think about that. But no, you don't. Because I remember when I did the template setting, I did not save the macros. I just dropped and dragged it into here, and it works just fine. So that's kind of got me baffled, but I will figure it out. Okay, where do we stand now? I stand on my feet. I don't know where you guys stand, but, and I'm also standing in Indiana. Well, currently I'm sitting, but you get the gist. 9 o'clock tonight. Pending 9 o'clock tonight. Now let me explain pending 9 o'clock tonight. Pending 9 o'clock tonight means, look at that. I'm now full screen, but I'm kind of blending in and out with that. That was kind of not what I expected, but okay. Let's go put that. I really like this in this corner. That's pretty cool. So what do I mean by pending? I'm expecting a motherboard. Doug Betts, whoo, you're wearing off on me. I'm expecting a processor in, and I'm expecting a package in from Brian Lightfoot to help with the repair of Josh Kinder's computer. Mrs. K's already been asked to work Friday, and I told her she can't answer that until I get this either working or not working. If she works Friday, it's going to be October before it goes back, because Josh's schedule going to Aunt Mary's is not going to line up with her schedule and our schedule. If the stuff gets in on time, I will start at 9 o'clock. If it's delayed, I may start and have Mrs. K sit at the front door waiting for the stuff to get there. Now, we all know that's not going to happen, so I'd have to run back and forth, because of late, nobody knocks on the door, nobody rings the doorbell, and I'm not getting email notifications on anything. So I'm a little bit over my time of a half hour. And what's going to really frustrate me is I'll end the stream, I'll come in here and I'll grab this, and I'll go to my versions. I'll drag it in and it'll work. That will really, 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 really frustrate me. I mean, it'll be good because I know it can work. I'm going to give it the old college try here. I'm going to grab it. We're going to bring it over. Now, I'm just going to see what happens here, because that time it didn't really show that anything was there. It was just like, so 3-drop line. Okay, let's just close it. Don't want to save it. I don't think it's going to be there. I'm missing a step. Imagine that. something in my eye. Does it have to be invert? Let's hope, you know, wouldn't it be ironic, Greg? Wouldn't it be ironic if into the versions do Flinky that I'm making here, project do Flinky, good Lord, I go down here and nope, still says 3 line drop. So I'm going to grab it one more time, bring it over here. I've been always going to a blank space just to see. And then if it's not there, I'm not doing something right, which clearly I'm not doing something right. It should have showed up by now. It's usually been pretty quick. I think this is, I do think it has some use. I really do. It's just using your imagination. Okay, it's not under that. What if it's under versions? Nope, that's all under that. What if it's under, no, I'm not sure where it's at. I don't think capitalization matters. It does not. I see vertical, vertical, vertical. I'm going to capitalize the T. TH, we still get our 3-drop line. So that's going to wrap it up. I feel silly. There's a step I'm missing somewhere. And again, I guarantee you as soon as I end the stream, it's going to work. And I'm going to be so frustrated. Greg. Yes, Greg. Kind of an inside joke there. Hope to see everyone tonight. I hope we get Josh's computer working tonight. I'd really like to get it back to him to get it out of here and not be in my way. Not that it's really in my way, but you guys know what I mean. I'd hate to have to see him wait until October. Josh, if you're watching, shoot me an email if October's fine. And, you know, we'll tackle this again tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's been fun, although it's been a disappointment. Doggone it. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Well, because you got to have that there, and that'll be there. And then the background goes away because that takes over the background. We all know that. Whatever's above the nodes. So why? I guess that would make sense. You're doing that. If I put this here, then nothing's going to show. If I put that there, then that's going to show. If I put that there and that like that. So I guess this is where this could come into effect. You have it saved. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I will find a way to make this work. I do like it. I'm going to explore. Main thing I'm going to explore is why the hell it's not working. Thank you. I'm saying goodbye for the 18th time. Ken, for the 18th